The stage has been perfectly set. St Kilda and Geelong to fight it out. The grand final made in heaven. Rooks after left Clark and he got him. And Revolt's, he's hurt. He's down. Revolt is hurt. There's a frightening error by Dawson and Hawkins makes him pay. Chapman has a ping at the goals. It's home. 2 quick goals to the Cats. As Schneider finishes it off and all of a sudden St Kilda is in front.
Last year's AFL season had been dominated by 2 sides, Geelong and St Kilda. And even right into time on grand final day, nothing could separate them.
Revolt, it's a good-looking kick. It is goal for goal.
But with the scores tied up at 67 apiece, one contest would change the record books forever.
I came to the bench, I was pretty much spent, and I thought to myself, this is probably it. There's obviously not much time left, and turned to Bomber Wojcinski and said, Bomber, this is it. I'm in my last game right now and totally in the lap of the gods and the lap of my teammates. Look up in the middle of the ground, and like God, he's Gary Ablett. He's just in the middle of the ground by himself.
I thought I was free by 20, 30 metres, not knowing that Zach Dawson was coming from behind. I was just about to take the mark, and I turned around and realised there was a St Kilda player there. All I can remember is when I did turn around and see that St Kilda player, I just thought, oh no, the ball's going to go the other way here, they're going to score and win the game.
At the last minute, Zach Dawson spills it.
Enter Matthew Scarlett, and that moment that decided who was going to lift the Premiership Cup.
And someone had to sort of do something magical, and I guess that was me.
At the last minute, Zach Dawson spills it, but a clever sucker by Scarlett.
To this day, I'm not sure why I kicked it off the ground and didn't bend over and pick the ball up. It was either going to pay off or I was going to look like an idiot.
And I've heard people say that he didn't know what he was doing, he's just caught up in the moment, but he's too smart for that. And I reckon somewhere in the back of his mind, he's a massive Sports Centre fan in the States, and his lifelong ambition is to get in the top 10 players, and he made it with that tap.
Number 9, Geelong, Australian rules football.
But a clever sucker by Scarlett to Ablett.
Got the feeling it was big.
That Toepoke was the start of a play that'll go down in history. But Scarlett's involvement hadn't quite finished.
I was that excited. I was chasing after Gaz and telling him to kick a goal, and I think he thought I was a St Kilda player and I was going to tackle him.
I can actually remember running inside 50 and thinking he was a St Kilda player and kind of balking away from him. I think that's the reason I kicked it in the end, because I'm sure I had 20 more metres to run in it and probably have a shot.
From 18 metres, he drills it long to the tip of the goal square.
And then, through the quick thinking of Travis Varco, as if it was fate, the ball would end up in the magical hands of Paul Chapman.
Handball's over. It's a snap. Paul Chapman. And Chapman's kicked the goal.
It's a childhood dream, you know. You have these dreams of kicking goals after sirens and winning grand finals off your own boot. You know, to be able to be that person to kick that goal, I'll always remember. And
when he did kick that goal, I don't think I've really felt any better feeling in my life. You know, it was obviously disappointing the year before, and it probably even felt better at that stage than when the final siren went.
Even now, to talk about it, it's sort of, I can't really find those right words to explain properly how I feel about it.
12 months after having their hearts broken on the same ground against Hawthorn, Geelong again stood above all else as the greatest team of all.
The 209 premiership probably felt better than the 207. As soon as that siren blew, mate, I didn't know what to do. You know, I was just that excited. I wanted to get around and hug, every one of the boys and tell them how much I loved them.
As the celebrations began, those involved with that now infamous play took time to reflect and remember those that had helped them along the way. Every player and supporter would be thankful for what took place on the biggest day of all.
It was meant to happen that way. I think maybe someone was looking over us.